Hey guys, it's me Brooke here from Saddlebrooke Stables, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a Schleich barn tour for August of 2023. I've been meaning to do this video for like the past month and a half now, but I just didn't get around to doing it and kind of just put it off to the side. So we're finally getting to it today. The barn is finally ready. It was kind of a hot mess. But yeah, let's go ahead and get on with the barn tour. So we're always going to start here in the same spot. So here's our sign, which is on the, of course, wash stall. So there'll be flatter scattered around since this is a summer barn tour. So, yes. And we're going to start with the wash stall. We do have some peppermints here. And we have Spike here. He's just getting a bath by little Mia. Megan owns Spike, but Mia wanted to wash him, so she let her because Spike's a good boy. So he's getting all fancy. And we're going to go this way. We always go this way. So we have, I don't even know this kid's name. I don't think he has a name, but he's just leading his dog Daisy around because all the dogs have to be on leashes. Don't want no dogs running around spooking horses. So yeah, this is Daisy. She's a little beagle. She's actually like a model after my dog. It's just the collective beagle though. So then we have Warrior, my 1997 rearing Morgan Gelding. He's never like had a different home because this is his home. He's my favorite Schleich and he'll always be here. This is his pasture. He has a little mini Schleich made by Sugar Rose Studios. He has a water trough and some hay, of course, in a bucket because he's special. So we have a tack box here, and it has just some polos and I think bell boots and sorts of things. Next step is to go into the barn. But first, we have a Saddlebrooke stable sign. There we go. So that's actually my logo. And I love that it's on the barn. And then we have a sign that says privately owned horses do not pet or feed because these are all boarded horses. So let's go inside. So my barn has fairy lights and I just realized there's literally tinsel in here from Christmas. That's sad. So yeah, I've added a lot to this barn. I'll show you everything I've added. So we'll just start with the horses' stalls. And I always do this. So every horse has a stall cart, a shrinky dink, and like a horse show ribbon. So I'm not going to show you all of them, but that's one. This is Greendale's stall, and actually he's not in here right now. I totally didn't realize that. So he's not in there, but all the horses have shavings, and I think they all, actually most of them have a hay bag now. But this is Greendale's stall. He has a little rainbow hay bag. This was the first one I made. Yeah. He has some hay, water, and he has a whole halter hook and a bunch of different halters. Then we have Raven's stall, and Megan owns Spike, Raven, and Greendale. She has a lot of horses, but she's also been here for a longest time. So Raven is the retired Frisian stallion. And so is Spike, so he's the double retired. He has a hay bag, a lamp, a salt lick, and some hay. So we have a saddle pad here. And then on this back wall, oh, and I mentioned the fairy lights. You'll see them. But on this back wall, I made this little thingy so I keep less stuff out of the aisle. We have a saddle pad rack. And then, what is this? Grooming boxes and halters. And then some mini Breyer horses up there. Then we have a custom grooming box for May. This is May and her horse, what's his name? Sundance. He's the only one that doesn't have a hay bag, but he has hay on the floor. He's a good boy. And he just has his normal food. And she's tacking him up for a ride. And he's the retired Tennessee Walker stallion. And then we have Johnny. He is a repaint I did after the real Johnny, the horse I leased. And he's so freaking cute. He's very spoiled. He's, honestly, since he's named after my horse, he's spoiled. He has a jolly ball, hay, water, like a treat lick, and more hay back there in a hay bag. He's got plenty of shavings, and there's actually Miniature Brooke, aka me, trying on Christmas halters already. I'm obsessed with halters, so Johnny's getting spoiled with some new halters. And he's the Morgan stallion. Also, I obviously repainted him, and she has her tack outside of his stall. I literally just put the roof back on and forgot about the cross ties. So I added these cross ties. And we have Domino, the retired Appaloosa stallion. And Kelly is saddle fitting him, so he got a new saddle. Oh, he needed a new saddle, and she's just making sure it fits him correctly, because it's very important that your saddle fits your horse. So let's go out of the barn. I honestly love this Schleich barn, and I've had it for so long. It's just, and you can see the lights from the top. So as we come down this little aisleway, we have a cat and like our bucket of gardening supplies. There's only a watering can in there right now. And then we come up to another kid. She also does not have a name. I suck at giving things names. I've had so many now. Then we have the retired 2005 grazing pony. She's so hard to find. And she's just hand grazing her because she deserves it. She's the best little pony for everyone. Then there's some flower pots. And then here we have Mike. I don't know. I literally just named him on the spot. And he is oddly doing some dressage training just out in a field, which is great for him. Our lip is on our stallion, who does not have a name, but that's fine. So, and this is our arena. I made this arena with my parents a long time ago, and it's just held up so great. And we do have the dressage letters in here. They're not accurate, like spacing-wise, but they're in here where they would be. So this arena does have real sand in it. So it is real sand. But yeah. So over here we have Grace on Snowflake. I think that's her name. She's the retired, what's it called? The retired Arabian mare. As you can tell, I like retired Schleich better than new ones. I don't think I have any non-retired Schleich in this barn tour. So yeah. I'm a retired Schleich kind of girl. And she's so cute in her little set since we're doing some jumping. And then we finally have Megan on Greendale, her Fjord Stallion. And there's this hanging pot that will not stop moving. And he's just so freaking cute. He's one of my favorite Schleichs. And they just are so cute together, little eventing team. And they have a little mounting block made by Mares and Minnie. Then we have all the jumps set up. So we have this cross rail, this brick wall jump. I made this brick wall, and I'm obsessed with it. Then we have this little, like, I don't know, here thingy. And here we have Brian, and he is the instructor, and then his dog is actually not on a leash, so he's breaking the rule, but whatever. And then here we have Kaya, and she is on Honey, my halflinger mare. She's just trotting towards this cross rail. And, yeah, she's doing bareback and bitless today. And then we have Sarah on Lilac, my nab stripper mare. And she's just cantering her around. And they're all going to have a great lesson. Now, there is a place you can, it's like a tie-up thing. So it's already tied up, but you just kind of flip your horse. And then we have a mailbox. So this is the top of the barn. Let's go to the bottom. You fell. This is the bottom of my barn. It is surrounded with fairy lights and studio lights to help brighten it up. But we're actually going to start over here with the horse trailer. I normally don't bring the horse trailer over here, but I thought just for fun, let's bring it over. So we actually have Sally leading out our brand new horse, and she's all decked out. She has large shipping boots in the front, so they cover the back, and she has like just little polo, like small shipping boots in the back that don't cover. She's got a fancy blanket on. She's got a tail bandage, a halter. This little pony is a fancy pony. She's got all the protective gear all in pink, so she's a brand new I think she's gonna be a lesson horse, but also really good for shows, so yeah. And her name is Bridget. She's a good girl. From the horse trailer, we're gonna come to the tack and feed room. Now, I have one of the weirdest tack and feed rooms because the table goes all the way out there, but there's like a little metal bar stopping it from the table. So I decided, instead of making a big bulky tack and feed room, why put it in negative in space that I can't take away, and I have to put something here. So it's great storage that doesn't take up any extra space because this space would already be here. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of talk very little because it's so detailed. I did not want you guys to be here for like 20 minutes. So we have our vet here. He's just looking at the calendar. And we got all some stuff. So if I don't point out everything, I'm sorry. Then we have our little feed container I made with all the feeds and grains. And we have feed charts, cabinets with supplements, buckets, more grooming supplies, anatomy posters, and some horse show ribbons. We got some more cleaning and vet supplies, some poles, and that green thing is dog food, and just more tack storage over here. We have some saddle racks, and we have a bridle, saddle pad, and some more feed over here. So yeah, I hope that was quick enough. Here we have the rest of the barn. So here we have our little outdoor paddocks. So they're like, oh, I would almost say like, they're not outdoor stalls, obviously they're not stalls, but like they're smaller paddocks that are like stall size, but they're outside. So here we have Axel, and he is our retired Appaloosa stallion, eating some treats. Got some more flowers. This is our main pasture. I know it's really not that big, but like limited space is a thing. So if this was in real life, it would be way bigger. Here we have April, our retired Hanoverian mare. Then we have Moondance, our retired Frisian mare. Did I say it? Yeah, I said Hanoverian. Then we have the retired Frisian foal. She does not have a name. Then we have the retired Haflinger mare named Daisy. There's a water trough, and they got some extra hay, which they don't need when there's grass outside, but whatever. There's a halter, and there's a please keep the gate closed sign. This is very important. We got a saddle, and then here we have Tina on Marmalade. She's one of our lesson horses. She's an Appaloosa mare. She's just taking her on a little hack. Normally, all of our lessons are English, but we do have a few Western borders, so we sometimes let them ride the lesson horses just on little trails. But yeah, there's some poop outside, which should not be there. Someone left their horse there. Then we have kind of like the yard with all the treats, which would never be outside, but they are, so that's okay. And there's a cat falling over. Then we have Izzy tacking up Kalahari, my Mustang mare. She's getting her ready for her lesson. She's in the next lesson. Then here we have an unnamed mare, and she is a fancy show horse. So she's got her fly mask on. She's all petty, I would say. And she's just in her little paddock. And then we have Rachel mucking out Royal's stall, and she just tied Royal up here while she does his stall, make it all clean for him. These are the outdoor stalls, is what I would say. Then we have our little yearling, who also doesn't have a name, and she's getting used to being stalled all alone. Then we have our little pony paddock with a donkey that's not a pony, a little pony, and Dash, he's a Dartmoor. He's a Dartmoor. There's hoof picks on the ground. That should not be there. And then there's a cat. We have some more tack stuff. And yeah, more feed. And yeah, Hannah's just getting some more feed for the feed room, not hay room or tack room. We've come to the other animals part of the barn. Here we have our sheeps and pigs. I'm not gonna say all their names because like 100% don't remember all the pigs' names. Then we have our calf pen with their little shelter, and then we have Addison leading out one of them. They're gonna go into a bigger pasture for the first time. Then we have our donkey calf Toby, and he is learning to be tied up. He's been tied up before, but they're just making sure he'll stand still. Okay, and behind Toby we have all of our bunnies. So they just have their big little hutch, and they do have shavings because I love making it comfortable for them. So they got their little area to roam around in. And then in the back here we have the chicken coop, and I upgraded it. I kind of made it almost a little more free roaming. Now, if this was real, they would totally be able to like jump out, but we're just gonna ignore that. We have one chick in there with the little nest, and they also have some shavings for them. And then they have this big old grass area now instead of just the little area that it comes with. So we have a chick, Rudy the rooster, and our hen. And then we have Sophie, and she's just giving them some little apple scrap treats. So they got some fun to little eat. So that's it for over here, but we also still have the homemade barn, so let's go there. Here is the homemade barn. In this stall, we have Destiny and her little yearling, and then they have some hay, and they have their water trough, and this is actually marmalade stall, but we're gonna ignore that. And this is actually a Christmas light halter. It's just been hanging there since Christmas, so I'm honestly just gonna keep hanging it there until Christmas again, and then put it on a horse. Then we have a little kind of crappy, what's it called? Horse show ribbon that I made. It was my first try, so whatever. And these are sliding door stalls. So this ribbon's kind of in the way, but they do slide all the way open, and they even have a little chain thingy if you want your horse to be able to look out and kind of see everyone. I'm honestly just gonna leave that open right now, and this is nice shavings in here. Then in the next stall, we have Vegas's stall. She is a thoroughbred. She's a 7-year-old probably, I would say. She's really not that feral anymore. She's pretty well trained. So she's in her stall, and she's got her water. Her stall definitely needs to be mucked out. There's a lot of poop and some hay. Then over here, oh, and we have her halter with her curb chain. Because she is really well trained, but sometimes, you know, she's just a big girl. So a curb chain is never gonna hurt her. And we have another dog, which should not be roaming around. You go bye-bye. Okay, then we have the cross ties, which they keep ripping up off, so they keep getting longer and longer, but then we have Sky tacking up Leo, our halflinger gelding. He is slight custom after one of the horses. He passed away, but he was at our barn. She's just getting him ready for her lesson. She's going to be in the next lesson with Izzy. Then we have a grooming box with, there's some peppermints, some halters, a bridle, and then we have this saddle stand here. And it looks like there's a Christmas saddle pad. Oh, and a blue one. I really like the Schleich saddle stands. I honestly, they're really convenient. And then we have a little fly mask here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye, guys.